everyone, welcome to the 420 Smoke Room. Today we have OT Rell here. He is a professional rapper slash connoisseur in cannabis. What I would like to do is welcome him on today. How are you, Rell?
Fine, just chilling.
Good. So if you want to tell everyone a little bit about how old you are and where you're from.
I'm 38 years old from Detroit, Michigan. Upcoming artist. Been doing it for about 3 years.
Okay. That's awesome. I've been definitely following you for a little while, and I definitely like all of your music and everything you got your hands involved in. At this point, I kind of want to start off a little bit about your health. I noticed that you're a cannabis user and that you support cannabis. What led you into your cannabis drive?
When I was younger, like in middle school, they said that I need a Ritalin because I was hyperactive, and then it started giving me headaches. So I was like, get it. So I don't like taking pills, medicine, nothing. So when I got older, when I got grown,
so wait a minute. So they did give you Ritalin. For how long were you on Ritalin?
For like about 3 months.
What was the effects that made you feel like that's not for me?
Just the headaches and stuff, and then I just didn't like taking medicine and stuff.
But did it, other than the headaches, did it help like your behavior, or did you see like a change in your grades, or was it more or less kind of for the teacher to be able to deal with you?
I was back in school. I was a class clown, and like I said, I was hyperactive, so it just basically supposed to just calm me down, I guess, and it was just giving me headaches, and I was like, I don't like taking medicine, none of that. So I waited till I got older. So in this period of time, from when I stopped taking, I didn't smoke no weed. So I was active in the football, baseball, basketball, like just trying to be active. And then when I got older, I tried weed, and then it just leveled me down, and then that was it.
So what was your first experience with weed where you felt like it helped you medically?
Medically, I had to say this. Every time I saw it, just chill, because I know my mind is always working and twerking, like, I got to do this, do that, or how can I better myself, this and that, and then I just smoke, and then it just calms me down, balances me out, and then I just think about more likely just one thing at a time instead of 1,000 things at once. So
I totally get that, because I'm ADD and ADHD, and I'm all over the place half the time. I always got my hands tied into 100 projects to wear myself out type of thing. So I totally get it. About how old were you, would you say, now when you discovered cannabis?
When I first smoked, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was 17 years old.
That first high. I said that first high.
Hell yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. Sure. It was wild, because I was like, I told my homeboys they used to smoke. I didn't smoke, and they used to always smoke. And I'm like, I could smoke 1,000 joints, blunts, and don't get high. And they said, what are you talking about? And then next thing you know, we was in the back of a car. I'll never forget it. They was smoking, and the car was cloudy. And then they passed me the blunt. I hit the blunt. Next thing you know, I blew it out. They said, you're not even inhaling it. And I'm like, what you talking about? And I was like, I'm smoking it. They're like, no, you're not smoking it. You wasting it. You're not inhaling it. So next thing you know, they're like, just hit it like that. So I hit it real hard. Next thing you know, I started coughing. After that, I was high as hell. Only thing I remember, hitting it one more time, getting out the car. I don't have to go to school the next day. Got out the car, went to the local Chinese food place, a Hamtramck. It felt like my neck was heavy as shit. I had the munchies. Then I went home, ate my Chinese food, fell asleep, and I was like, damn. And then that was it.
You were a returning customer forever.
Hell yeah.
So for sure. So at this point, you know, it gave you the munchies, it gave you all those effects, but over the next week or two, as you started consuming it regularly, because there's nothing like that first high for everybody who's always been on marijuana. The first one, you're like, oh, I remember it like it was yesterday, because we all do. But after a while, it's not the same. So how did you feel like about a week or two later, where, when you were getting balanced out with it and your body was, getting used to it? Did you realize a difference in your ADHD or your how much energy every day or the behavior you have every day per se?
Yeah, it just like balanced me out. I wasn't just like hyper, like real hyper balanced me out. I had the munchies, the side effects. You get sleepy here and there, but it don't make me sleepy. It just like me, it just makes me function really. And back in the day when I started smoking weed, there wasn't no kush. It was the Regos. So, so you got to think about that. Now they got all different types of weed for different types of causes.
Oh yeah, for sure. And even what they called Kush back then was like our Reggies now, was their top of the line. You know what I mean? So
back in the day, they had like hydro and had GAN and stuff. They don't have that now. They got Kush. They got your runts. They got your purple train wrecks. They got your all different type of strands, different flavors, sativa, hybrid, indica, like all these different. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
Then you got your THO, you got your THC, you got your CBD, you got your CBD1, your CBD2, you got your Delta 9, your Delta 10, your Delta 8. Like, we can go on with the genetics for all day. We got your wax, your dabs, your oils, your tinctures, your butters, your creams.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's good. Yeah. I don't do nothing but smoke weed, you feel me? But whatever somebody else's itch, that's their itch. I don't do no pills. I don't drink lean. I don't drink alcohol. I smoke weed. That's my choice. I don't judge nobody what they do because it's not me doing it.
Totally. I'm the same way. I don't drink alcohol either, but I'm totally a cannabis supporter and user. I don't smoke tobacco products either, except for the Rell itself. That's the outer layer of my blunt. But furthermore than that, I'm not like a... an extravagant, like a connoisseur per se on all the fun ventures that are out there and the opportunities. Yeah, I tend to just dabble with my marijuana. Once in a while, I like it in edible forms, and I like it once. I don't really do dabs, but once in a while, if I'm like at someone's house or they're dabbing, I'll join in on a dab. I don't drink alcohol, but once in a blue moon, I'll have like a wine cooler at like a New Year event. I don't know. I feel like at certain public events, since I don't drink, everyone tries to push it on me. So I'll hold a wine cooler and make it look like I'm drinking it, take 2 or 3 sips, set it on the counter, and by the time I'm gone, that's like 3/4 or 4/4. Like basically the 3 or 4 sips is all that's gone. But I have kidney disease, so I really can't. And like people tend to forget. So it's like they're always cramming liquor down your throat when you go to like these parties or, New Year events or birthday party, how everybody is with liquor nowadays. It's like, I feel like it just is in their hand at every social event. It's in someone's hand.
Yeah, you're right.
It definitely is. So my question for you is, what did cannabis help you in any way to find your creative side in your art and your passion for rapping and music and the movie industry?
As far as cannabis and that, it helps me like focus, like basically focus and think of new stuff to do. How can I do this? How can I do that? Instead of thinking 1,000 things like off the wall. So yeah, it did.
Do you feel like cannabis helps you be more structured with it? Because before you have all these thoughts that were just in the air that you weren't actually put into work. Where when you have cannabis, you can actually now take your thoughts and apply them to an actual present situation and make something happen and follow through. Oh, Whuppy, shut up. Sorry, my dog. She sees the mailman walking up the block.
No, you cool? I was about to say, shoot, cannabis, it just, like, me right now, I can make a song right now. I'm sitting there smoking a blunt as we talk. I can sit here and go play a beat and sit there and make a song or 2 or maybe more.
So it does
just
open your creative side while smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for, to see if that's part of what helped you have the courage to do your creative stuff and the willpower to put it to actual work to produce a song, like a product, because I know with A.D.D we get our hands tied into so many things, but we actually never finish what we start because of the A.D.D. But I feel like when I'm on my medication, which is cannabis for me, I'm able to do a job and be a productive citizen in society and put those thoughts onto paper, put it from the paper to the studio, from the studio to the podcast, from the podcast to Aaron, and I'm actually able to follow through in every aspect. And I don't have the courage, because I think a lot of times with the A.D.D, I didn't have like the courage. I would have all these thoughts, but like the courage.
Yeah.
You know, so I just was wondering, do you feel the same about your ADHD? Do you feel like cannabis is what's helping you become that type of person that you are, or open to that side from the sports to like the rap? Because they're really two different entities. And normally, like you would see like what is the big, what, in football, what is he called? The quarterback or the star player? The
talking about the quarterback, the wide receiver,
yeah. So in football, you don't see those guys normally don't associate with the marijuana because obviously of that. And obviously, it was two different times in your life. So because you've been on both roles, you know, I was just wondering like your experience on it or your opinion from being on both sides, because they're two different categories of people. One's the jock that doesn't smoke. One's the hood rapper. That they're two different. Like how did?
Yeah, but you gotta think. When I played football, I didn't smoke then, so it was like I was in the sports. I was just hyperactive, so it was like I want to do something. I was into football here and there, but I'm a basketball fan, so it was just like I was here there. That's what I said. I played baseball, I played football, I played basketball. Shit, I was doing all like ADD in a way is good if you want to do 1,000 things at once, but bad, you're gonna burn yourself out. So that's what it is. Like
you just
like,
said you just said burn yourself out, and that is so real. And the way you put that is perfect, because a lot of people do so many things with ADD that they burn themselves out. That was a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
So how did you start your writing career and rapping career? What was your first what was your first song or something like that you did that really resonated with you and was like, this is what I want to do?
It was like I had so much to say and so much stuff happening in life, period. And then my boys always said, boy, your life like a movie. You got so much shit to talk about. And then I'm like, I don't rap. I don't know how to rap. Whoopty this and that. I'm not trying to. And then it was like I was dating somebody I should never dated. And then I was like, shoot. Next thing you know, we broke up, and I was like, I got a lot of shit to say. My boy took me to the studio. Then next thing you know, I was in there and felt like I was clueless. But then I'm like, what the fuck? And then next thing you know, I'm like, man, I'm about to do this. And then I just stepped up to the plate. It's my first song ever doing. It's on SoundCloud. It's on all platforms. It's called Do You Mind? It was a little short verse with like a Chris Brown on the hook. And it's like me rapping to a girl, do you mind if I kick it with you? Do you mind if I roll up a swisher with you? Baby, flip a coin, heads or tails. And Hamtown used to call me Maserati Rell.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I do. I almost like Maserati Rick. I know about that life. So, what is the song you wrote "Never Change You" about, and how did that come about? Like, what?
About Never Change Up?
Oh, Never Change Up. I'm sorry. Yes, that song.
Never Change Up. I was just chilling, and then it was just so much shit that was happening. I done seen so much shit with my eyes. Like I done seen real motherfuckers turn snake. I done seen females do shiesty, grimy shit, and I just be sitting there like, damn. This person changed on this person did this person backstabbed this person, you feel me? And then I'm like, I never changed out of the same shit. I'm still the same person to this day. Never been on no grimy shit. Don't steal, don't be on no bullshit. I'm just get money to make my family happy, and that's it. You feel me? And then I heard the beat. And I don't write nothing. All my raps is freestyle. I don't write nothing.
Well, I applaud you for that, because that is hard, especially in this generation, to be able to freestyle a whole song, also off the top of your head while in the studio, is not it's not easy, and not everyone can do it. So I definitely commend you and applaud you for that, the ability to do that.
Yeah, I never write none of my stuff. I go by the beat, the feeling that it gives me, and then the vibe. You feel me? Everybody has a story or has something to talk about in life, and they just have to have a way to vent or to express it. That's why you have country singers, rock and roll singers, rappers, gospel, R&B, all that. They expressing stuff. They expressing their way, how they can tell you their story or what's happening or how they're feeling.
Definitely. So when you were in the studio that day, since it's a freestyle, what would you say you were feeling that day? Because I want to play the song for everybody in a moment to be able to hear this song. But before they hear it, I kind of want them to hear where your mind frame was.
it's just like shit. People change in the blink of an eye. I don't care if you knew a person 20 years, 10 years from yesterday. They can change in the blink of an eye. They can sit there. You can vent, tell somebody your business. They'll go in and tell this person, that person, but it'll come back to you. Or this person will be on some bullshit. You feel me? And I don't be on none of that. So I never changed up. And I was just in there and I was vibing to the beat. And then I was like, damn. And I just see bitches change up. I just see niggas change up. Trying to get my change up. Trying to cop me a Range truck. And then after that, there's again, that's hard. And then I just stuck with it. My boy said, please let me hop on it. Please let me hop on it. Because he on the chorus too. Like my diamonds be shining, my jewelry be blinding. He's like, please let me get on there. Please. He just kept on asking. I was like, nah, I might just leave it just like how it is on the hook. But he's like, come on, man, please, let's just see how the sound. And the engineer was like, let's see how the sound with just yours, and let's see how the sound with his, and with him on there. So we did that, and then I was like, I like it better with him on there on the hook. So I'm like, fuck it, we keep it.
That's what's up. Well, I'm excited to show everybody. This is a really good song. I do like it. So I'm going to go ahead and play it so everybody can check it out.
I done seen bitches change up. I done seen niggas change up. Trying to get my change up. Trying to cop me a Range truck. Me, I never change up. My diamonds be crying, my jewelry got silence. I know that I'm timing, I'm feeling like 40. These niggas be lying, these niggas ain't grinding. They do anything just to get them a short. I done seen bitches change up. I done seen niggas change up. Trying to get my change up. Trying to cop me a Range truck. My diamonds be crying, my jewelry got silence. I know that I'm timing, I'm feeling like 40. These niggas be lying, these niggas ain't grinding. They do anything just to get them a short. I done seen bitches change up. I done seen niggas change up. Trying to get my change up. Trying to cop me a Range truck. I done seen niggas change up. Yeah, shit I wouldn't believe. With my own two eyes, some shit that you wouldn't believe. Had some bitches and some niggas in the past stab me in my back. But I'm still out here making all these damn racks. Niggas cross you over for a fucking damn no reason. Bitches wanna fuck a nigga who's for the fucking eating. Me, I'm still going hard, still in the fucking trap. Go ahead and take off, there's no more going back. My diamonds be crying, my jewelry got silence. I know that I'm timing, I'm feeling like 40. These niggas be lying, these niggas ain't grinding. They do anything just to get them a short. I done seen bitches change up, I done seen niggas change up. Trying to get my change up, trying to cop me a Range truck. My diamonds be crying, my jewelry got silence. I know that I'm timing, I'm feeling like 40. These niggas be lying, these niggas ain't grinding. They do anything just to get them a short. I done seen bitches change up. I done seen niggas change up. Trying to get my change up. Trying to cop me a Range truck. I got trust issues. Don't trust none nigga, none bitch. Because every time I put my trust in a bitch, they go ahead and break a nigga motherfucking heart. And these niggas go ahead, they always hating, boy. That they will talk behind your back, smile up in your face, and that's what they wanna see, your ass locked away. And bad bitches wanna play when you getting cake, but when you ain't getting cake, your shit ain't straight. My diamonds be crying, my jewelry got silence. I know that I'm timing, I'm feeling like 40. These niggas be lying, these niggas ain't grinding. They do anything just to get them a short. I done seen bitches change up. I done seen niggas change up. Trying to get my change up. Trying to cop me a Range truck. My diamonds be crying, my jewelry got silence. I know that I'm timing, I'm feeling like 40. These niggas be lying, these niggas ain't grinding. They do anything just to get them a short. I done seen bitches change up. I done seen niggas change up. Trying to get my change up. Trying to cop me a Range truck.
Real rap, no cap.
Yeah, I definitely like it. So who is your friend that you said came out at the end? Do you want to give him some credit?
Yeah, my boy, he got some music out, shoot. His name is Doey Crack.
Okay.
Yeah, me and him got a lot of songs together, so that's my dog. So he really the one who introduced me, like basically to the music, like this and that. Like he been doing it since he was a kid. So and then he the first one who took me to the studio, and then after that I just got used to it, and then started going. And me and him would go drop songs or all that, and then I just started going by myself and stuff.
For sure, for sure. So what studio do you guys use? Do you want to give a shout out perhaps, or like, a recommendation?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to my homeboy. Y'all can go check him out on Instagram at I am our side. So it's I am and then ASAR. He does music for a lot of people. A lot of people we done bumped into down there. I done bumped into Cash Kid down there. I got pictures on my Instagram and like people that I bumped into. A lot of people come down. He did. He got a platinum plaques downstairs in his thing. He did stuff with Royce and Eminem's album and stuff. He know them personally.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Sorry, I was also getting my dog together. I have construction work going on outside, everybody, so my dog is not used to the workers coming and going. So I got a question about your Nana. I see that you had wrote a letter to Nana, or to Nanny, it says.
Yeah.
You made a song about that. I kind of wanted to also ask a little bit about how did that come about and what trials and tribulations were taking place.
This story. I'm about to tell you. Everything I tell you is real. That's why I said real rap, no cap on my raps because I'm not a kid. I don't sugarcoat shit. It's just 100 real blunt. That's what you get. You feel me? So this story about that song is some real shit. It was July. Her birthday is August 8th. It was July. I woke up one morning, just chilling by myself, smoking a blunt, going listening to beats. And the next thing you know, that motherfucker just hit my heart. Then next thing you know, I just sat up here and started rapping about all the fun times we had. I even shedded a tear. I'm not gonna lie, shedded a tear. And then I'm like, dog, why? You feel me? Why is it happening? You feel me? And then next thing you know, hey, the song came about, and then the video, I waited to drop the video because I had it planned out how I wanted that and have it at first with all my family and stuff in there. But next thing you know, everybody was busy and this and that, so down the road, I ended up shooting a video, and I wanted to go back to her cemetery, went back to the house we grew up at where I found her passed away at when I woke up in the morning, time to go to school. That was my best friend before I had a best friend.
I'm sorry to hear about the past.
That's what I have on my chain. That's all I have on one of my chains on my charm. It's my grandma. Everybody asks me, like, who is that on your chain? I said, my best friend before I had a best friend. That was my grandma, Nanny.
Yes, it's definitely a sad story, especially when you're writing about your real life. It's hard, especially when you relive and perform, because it brings you back to those feelings, you know?
Yeah, because I don't know how to write. That's what I said. It puts all in the memory bank. Everything that's real. You feel me? You remember it. Like it's just like how you take pictures of the videos and it's real life, or you see something that you know that's real life that you've been through in life. You can rap and tell a story about it. You feel me? Or to come to play if you got the right beat or you got the right mind state and add other pieces of other life situations that you've been through.
You're absolutely correct. And that's when you make the best music is when it is real and when it's from the heart and it's genuine, because that's when you're releasing something, a part of you, and others can connect and feel with that. Because so many other people that have been through that similar journey can connect and resonate with that similar situation or song because it's about real life pain, real life scenarios, not a fairy tale or made up or something we hope for that no one's been through, you know?
Yeah, that's why I call my stuff pain music. I have some good like music for the women, this and that, but most of my stuff is pain, like certain shit I've been through, the struggle, this and that. Everybody tell you about the glitz, the glamour, the flan, the cars, the hoes, the clothes. You feel me? Okay, everybody have a song like that, but do they tell you the struggle, what it took for them to get there, losses, the backstab, motherfuckers trying to do this, do that? They don't want to tell you them stories. It's always a story behind.
You're absolutely right, and a lot of them don't tell their real life. It's just like you said, a story behind a story. So you can really connect with your fans and audience when you're sharing your life, because they start to feel like they know you as a person because they've been through the same things. And I often do feel like a lot of Eminem songs are similar to that. He talks about his pain and his life and his struggle. He doesn't talk about bad bitches and hoes and monies and cars and drugs and the parties and the popping the bottles and
anybody could rap about that. That's anybody could rap. I don't care if you're a female that just learning how to rap. You could talk about anybody. Could talk about I'm going. The female could talk about I'm going to hit the club with my girls who got the red stilettos on, popping bottles, something. Anybody could rap about that. That's rap about the struggle. Rap about what's going on right now. You feel me? Rap about some real shit. A lot of people don't want to hear real shit. They want to hear that whatever type music. You feel me?
That's like some Megan Stallion type of music.
Yeah, I come with real facts and real shit. I'm not about to steer you wrong. I want to see everybody in life win, but everybody in life don't want to see themselves win.
You're absolutely right. You know, and it's amazing to see like the bigger picture, you know, and to know the difference for sure. So can I play this song if you don't mind? Or
oh yeah, that's
okay.
cool. Shoot, yeah,
I
done perform the song, all that stuff. Shoot, yeah, hell yeah. I'm about to tell you behind that song, like that song. My view, I'm not gonna lie to you. My subscriber on YouTube was at 32 when I first dropped that song. Now it's going to hit, going to hit 500, and it's still going.
Okay, hey. And I mean, I did like this song. But I also didn't know, you know, since it's sentimental, I didn't want to get you in on emotion. So I was like, let me.
Oh no, I'm not an emotional person. I'm not an emotional person. So if I let everybody hear it, I want people to hear it. Like
definitely.
A lot of people said, they can relate to the song.
All right, would you like to like give an announcement for it before I go ahead and launch it and play?
Oh yeah, this is your boy O.T. Rell with Leonard and Nanny.
Perfect.
Damn. Life could be a learning lesson, or it could be a blessing. I've been throwing Bobby. Real life. Let me take you back when a nigga was 15, when a nigga only had fucking hoop dreams. Grandma died, she the one kept the family together. Guess what, now life is getting much better. I remember them Sunday damn dinners, and you always told me it's gonna be a winner. I'm just sitting back just thinking, if you were still around, what would I be doing? For sure, paper chasing is what I'm pursuing. Maybe I wouldn't be doing what a nigga is doing. In the street life, hustle all day under the street lights. Maybe I have a career, fuck that street life. Now I'm here, sitting here, just damn drinking. And I don't even drink, pouring out some damn liquor for my grandma and all my dead damn niggas. My mind's still going while I'm rolling up the swisher. Yeah, and then it feel like I can't sleep. Right now I feel like I can't think. And I give all this shit up just to hear you speak and see the smile on your face. Just hear you say, Jarrell, listen, by the way, everything's gonna be straight. I talk to God 3 times a day. He said, keep grinding, boy, everything gonna be straight. Everybody, he said, got their time to shine. I done shined a lot of times, yeah, I'm born to shine. I done fell off, got locked the fuck up, and then came back to this fucking hustle, bruh. And I always bounce back. Baby girl, I'm a hustler, how you love that? Sometimes a nigga be stressed out, so I think about the ones that's been left out, that didn't make it, just to see another damn day. I wake up and I feel blessed by the way. Ambition and motivation, so a nigga gotta make it. A nigga gotta make it. I love you, Grandma. Happy birthday. We miss you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like that for sure.
Hell yeah, shit. That came from the heart. To me, that's the video, to me, that meant the most out of all of my videos. That meant the most. And I said to any video that I do, you feel me? I don't care, because that one right there was for my nanny. So that's how I feel. Like, certain shit is like, it's to the heart. That it's like I don't care what song you put, who you put on a different song. Me doing this song with my favorite. I mean, it might be my favorite song at the time, but it would never be that song as my grandma. That's to my heart. That's some shit like that's valuable. You feel me? That no money can buy to me. You feel me? That's how I feel about this. Are priceless.
For sure, and that's what makes it a good, genuine song, because it is priceless. It's from the heart and it's real. You know, that brings me to your real talk song, because that's basically what you about.
Yeah, and this one freestyle too. That's the one where I came back out rapping the real talk. I came back out rapping because I took some time off, and then I was like, let me get back to it.
So what was going on during that time off, if you want to kind of give the audience an idea of what had shifted in your life or mind in between, you know, the last song to this song, to what made you elevate to a different level?
Because I remember before COVID, because before COVID, I was doing shows opening up. I opened up for All Star JR, Bezo, Babyface, Ray, GT, Dope Boys, Cash Out. I got pictures and all that on my Instagram. Like,
well, shout out for real. That's some real big shit. So, what COVID actually changed the whole game for you? How did it affect you?
COVID, shit, I never caught it or nothing, but I'm just saying everybody around me was catching the shit, and then they closed like venues and closed doing shows and all that shit. And then that slowed a lot of shit down for people.
It sure did, especially people who are on the rise like yourself. So at that point, it's like, what do? Do we kill the game, or do we find a game changer?
Yeah, you're right about that. Shit, you gotta think ahead. That's why I always tell people I try to think 2 steps ahead.
You gotta be.
Always, you have to be. You feel me? You might see something that's happening or something coming that nobody else sees. You feel me? You always gotta try to be.
That's the only way to protect yourself and to also be able to continue to move forward, because the only way you're moving forward is if you have a plan and a goal that you're working towards, which means seeing a pathway of some sort, you feel me? Which is 2 steps ahead, planning the 2 steps ahead and working your way to get to those steps and climbing them.
Yeah.
The only way you become successful is by properly planning your goals and making those steps to achieve all your steps. It might be 2 steps here, 2 steps there, but all of them add up to become the foundation of what you are, who you are, how you become. So it's important that you're always 2 steps ahead. And if for those who aren't, they're constantly stuck in this different type of float or boat, because it's an always why me factor.
Yep. and you always, if you're chasing your dream, your goal, never give up. Always have a dream, action, motivation, ambition behind it. You feel me? Just keep going. There's gonna be days you be like, I don't want to do this. I want to quit. This ain't for me. And then you just snap back into reality. Sometimes like a job, people don't want to get up. Some days they have to go to work in the morning. Some people want to get up. You feel me? Like.
I hear so many people on the regular saying, I don't want to go to work today. But then you call them this afternoon and you're like, what you doing, girl? And she's like, at work. Thought you said you weren't going to go. Well, I mean, it's how I felt, but I physically went because I knew I needed to and had to, and bills to pay. And, you know, you're 2 steps ahead. You got to do what you got to do. So, yeah. So, let me ask you about this Real Talk song. What, if you had to, like, explain it to somebody a little bit about what goes on in the song per se, give it a little bit of an introduction of how it became.
The vibe of the beat, and then it was like, I'm back. Like, I gotta come back. Like, it was just like, and it's like music, like, it's just like, I don't know, nowadays it's a new generation, so people do whatever they want to do. But you gotta always, and I'm about to tell you before I talk about this song, you always gotta put marketing behind your shit, because you could be the best rapper, you could be the best singer, but nobody knows who you is if you don't market your stuff. But that comes with a lot of key marketing. So, and then a lot of people, they don't build like artists from the ground up like they used to. They go by people's numbers, views, and this and that, and followers if they're already popping. If you're already popping, you don't need to sign. You can be independent and make your own money, because the record label is just a person that's going to give you a big chunk in advance. That's like a loan. You feel me? If you get $1 million deal, you're going to have to pay them $10 million, and they're going to have you doing this, doing that. You You feel me? If you're already popping, you can do it yourself. Hire people to help you, a team, as a loyal team, and do it yourself.
You're absolutely correct. I definitely feel like having the rights to your own music and being able to control where you perform, when you perform, and how you perform can definitely change the music industry for you, because it can make you happy or unhappy. Because if you don't feel like you're at the end of the day, after paying off the industry, that what your net profit is what you're actually worth, you tend to not want to be at your best game because you're not happy. If you're doing everything on your own and you're financially benefiting on it from A to B on your own, there's no way for you not to be happy because you're getting paid to actually do what you love.
Yeah.
And there's a big difference in the game, long-term wise, from generational wealth to just wealth for the current situation. In the music industry, when you sign all those big contracts, it's great and all, but most of the time you're just making enough funds for your current living situation, or to up your living situation and to maintain it now.
And they better read them little words under them dotted lines.
Yeah, them hitting contracts.
I had them a lawyer reading that shit. Because the motherfuckers can sign their life away, you feel me, for whatever. You think it's all cool and gravy until you got to pay this back and all that. And then how you going to pay it back if you're not dropping no hits, if you're not doing this, doing that, you feel me? And independence, you got to put your money where your mouth is. You got to put your money, like, your money got to talk to you.
But your time is money,
yourself.
And if you put your time there, why would you not want to put your money? It would only makes more sense to do it, because if you're going to put your time, that means you're serious. So why wouldn't you back it with some of your own money, or some local private investors that believe in you as well? You know what I mean? Something versus the industry, because local private investor, you could pay off quicker and faster. Like ask granddad to borrow some money, or ask grand auntie, or ask whoever, your cousin or a friend of the family, or anybody who truly believes in what you're doing, or maybe where you're recording your music, the studio. See if the studio wants to help support you a little bit and do some promos with you or something. There's so many different ways to generate revenue to support your cause. If you're really going to designate your time to it, you should figure out a way to hustle up the money somehow to figure out how to fund it. In the long run, you'll have way more generational wealth.
Yeah, but some people believe in themselves and some people don't.
Well, that goes to show, because anybody can sign a deal and take, X amount of money right now and continue doing what they're already doing. But to be able to do it on your own is going to bring a whole different level to it. So I commend you. I really do, because what you're out here doing, and what made you at this point decide that the pandemic is not going to stop you from living out your dream, that you're going to release a new song at this point? What made you actually decide this now is the time?
Because I was just feeling right, and then I was like, everybody asking me constantly. Like when I stopped doing music for a while, it was like maybe 5, 6 months. Everybody, when you drop some new stuff, everybody was asking me. I'm like, damn, you feel me? I'm like, people watching and shit. You feel me? So I'm like, fuck it. I was like, then I went in there and did what I do, and that's it.
All right, so let me go ahead and play that. If you want to announce it?
Oh, yeah. This is your boy, O.T. Rell, a.k.a. Overtime Rell. This is song Real Talk.
Oh. There it goes.
Look in my eyes. Can you?
Real talk, real talk. Just had to take some time. Act like I never left. Same nigga, yeah, different struggle. Every day I call my moms, yeah, tell I love her. These niggas out here really damn hating. They wanna talk shit, yeah, pump fakers. Bitches wanna fuck a nigga who will make it. But when I was down bad, niggas wasn't always hating. They was praying that a nigga damn fucking make it. But guess what? All that bullshit, it never phased them. They trying to distract a nigga. Bad bitches want niggas with big cash, nigga. Don't really give a damn with that ass with me. Got a bad chick at home, yeah, she got class with it. In the ring that's on her finger, yeah, sweater than Hurricane, damn Katrina. And what I paid for, I could've bought a damn Beamer. Like Martin Luther King, everybody have a dream. My dreams is taking care of the fam. My closest friends, guess what? I never spaz. Niggas say my name, yeah, they throw dirt on shit. But if it don't make money, it don't make sense. I'm a diamond in the rough, now I shine bright. I shine bright like the shooting star at night. They was like, damn it, nigga, you his favorite rapper. And yeah, his bitch said, yeah, I'm her favorite trapper.
Real talk.
Definitely, I like it.
Thank you. And then people don't believe me, like all of my stuff is freestyle. Yeah, and it's like I just go, I find a beat, or I can hop on somebody else's beat if I'm doing a feature. But me, I take more time on doing that shit because I want to make it sound hard as fuck and make it sound sweet. My stuff is all real, just like I drop on other people's stuff is real. But to me, I make other people's shit sound sweeter than mine. That's how I feel. I don't know why.
We're our biggest critic, aren't we?
Yep.
Definitely. So if people were interested in like following you and your journey more, what is your Spotify or some of your platforms?
Platforms, y'all can follow me at Instagram at O.T. _RELL. So OT_Rell. Then y'all can follow me on Facebook at OT Rell. What else? TikTok, OT Rell 313. YouTube, OT Rell. And then my music on all platforms, OT Rell. So it's O.T. space RELL.
Okay. Definitely. And I know I've Googled you as well just to kind of see what popped up, and several different platforms of yours as well as popped up. So anybody can also just Google, and then certain things will and won't pop up and go from there if you're having trouble trying to find them.
Shoot, I'm willing to do features. Shoot, I'm looking for, I want to get into movies and films, like playing like comedy roles, serious roles, like horror movies. I want to get into all genres. It's like I ghost hunt. I do music. Sure.
Yes, let's talk about your ghost hunting. I remember we talked about that a little bit previously. So kind of tell people a little bit about what it is you do in that department.
Like ghost hunting, I always used to watch it on TV, and then I was like, is stuff really haunted? I always wanted to like see it, go to experience stuff. So I'm like, how can I experience? So like next thing you know, I end up Googling it, finding the way and all that stuff, and you go really with professional ghost hunters. But like certain stuff you can go by yourself. Like if you Google stuff like haunted places, you go do your investigation, bring your camera, flashlight, whatever equipment. You can Google like ghost equipment.
So do you do that? Do you travel and like try to see, like people said this place is haunted, I want to go and see for myself and show others that it is or ain't?
Hell yeah, I got videos all on my phone, but the most haunted place to me that I experienced something was the recent, like where I went, and I got it all on my social media, on my TikTok. I got it on my Instagram. If you go down,
what happened? Where did you go and what happened?
It's the Simpsons Hotel in Michigan, and I went ghost hunting. That was a cheaper one because you got to pay because they open up certain places that are supposed to be haunted. So I paid $40 to go. The next thing you know, I have my equipment, and then there'd be other people there. I went by myself, and there'd be other people like groups, and then the ghost hunters will take you around, tell you the history about the place, where's the hot spots and all that. After that, they'll leave, and you and whoever, or you by yourself or whatever.
You there on your own now.
Yeah, you on your own. You can set up your equipment, try to summon go. Or you can use their equipment too. And I got some cool footage. So it was crazy. It was crazy that night. The batteries popped out the laser thing, and they kept on doing it. It was crazy. I got it all on recorder.
I definitely want to see you follow that. I'm really into that stuff, and I have a friend of mine who actually went on Paranormal Activity, like their show, and they did a whole thing at her house and stuff, the Paranormal, and she follows them and works with them sometimes and shares their stuff because her apartment was haunted and she ended up moving from there later, so she's not there now, But she was recording things too every day, and then went on their show, and some crazy things happened. I definitely believe in all that stuff. I'm so like I do rocks and crystals as well. I have a group called Healthier Me. And I share like a little more rocks and crystals there, mixed with some stoner stuff and some food and random shit that I like. But it's the healthier part, and I definitely feel like the rocks and crystals like help heal and generate yourself as well, and protect your house from like certain spirits and ghosts and activity. Things like that. I totally believe in all that stuff. So I'm definitely going to look in and follow what you got going on over there. What platforms you said they're on your regular TikTok, or do you have like a separate one for those?
No, it's on my regular TikTok, on my regular Instagram. It's even on my like clips on my YouTube page, cause this is how I feel. Like life is temporary. If you like to do something, you might as well go ahead and then do your research and then figure out how you can do it. You feel me? Just like if people want to go ghost hunting, it's a website called, what is it? Ghost hunting, ghosthuntersusa.com, and then you gotta pay, and then it's like different states you can go to different hunting places, and then go ghost hunt. Like different paranormal groups have different like places that you can go to and travel. Like different. I done went out 4 hours away to Ohio before, to a haunted mansion. I done been like in graveyards at nighttime. I done been in basements of like crazy asylums. I done been in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely want to follow your stuff, because some of those places I'm not brave to go myself, but I'll look at it and watch somebody like you who went.
I'm a thrill seeker. Like a person might tell you, don't go there. This might happen, but it might not happen to me. You feel me? Like
right,
I have
the more
God.
they tell you
I
don't
believe
go
in
there,
God.
the more you want to go there. Am I right? The more they tell you don't go there, the more you're like, well, that's where I'm going now.
Yeah, that's where I want to go, but I'm not. It's a different. If it's different, I tell people the difference between thrill seeking and stupidity. You feel me? Thrill seeking is okay. I'll jump out of a plane with a parachute. Okay, I go ghost hunting. But stupidity, okay, if I jump in this swamp with all these alligators, what's gonna happen? If I jump in this water where these sharks is, what's gonna happen? You feel me? That's stupidity. You feel me? If you're gonna go do it, because you know what's gonna happen. Your ass is gonna get eaten up, or it's gonna be gone.
Right. There's logic in the don't
That's
go
the
there
difference.
part.
Yeah,
But the thrill
it's
seeking
different.
part, I can totally, get, and I feel for sure from.
Hell yeah, shoot! I use my common sense. I'm very smart. You feel me? Like life is temporary. Do what you want to do while you still here, because people could be here today and gone tomorrow.
You're absolutely right on that, especially dealing with COVID. We just literally seen that over the last few years, where people were here healthy and fine and gone in within 14 days. Like, it was sad and tragic for sure. So, and I know that changed so many things in the industry as well, for like we were saying. So at this point now that COVID is kind of like panning out, where do you see yourself in the rap industry fitting back in, or are you gonna get back to where you used to?
I done did a show. I done did a show already, but it was just for like something small and stuff. I did a little show.
All right, but are you gonna go back to trying to perform regularly, or get back to like where the level you were before?
To me, I'm gonna do a couple shows and stuff here and there, but me, I just want to get my vision out there and then let people hear my music and what I have to say and what I like. A lot of situations they can relate to. You feel me? Everybody done been heartbroken, been cheated on, been backstabbed, and this and that. You feel me? So I have lost people. So
would you say that in the upcoming days or weeks or months, we should be seeing a lot more music from you launching on the actual platforms? I know you have a lot of the behind the scenes things taking place. I'm not sure if you want to share any of that. And I know that you're in the middle of switching like studio opportunity, possibly, where you'll have an opportunity to put out double the amount of music perhaps. So it sounds like you're going to be doing a lot of things differently than what you did before, but a better different.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a lot of more music coming out. I got a lot of stuff. I've been listening to a lot of beats, and then the beats talk for me, and I know what I want to say on it. Like I got a lot coming up, and then I always give people their flowers while they're here, shout outs and all that stuff. You looked out because you put me up on a lot of stuff about the recording and all that stuff too. You put me up on some stuff that I didn't know too. I always listen to people. You feel me? That's the number one key. Listen. I don't care if somebody's telling you the truth, if it's the truth, or if it's false, or if it's bullshit, or if it's laughter. I'm still listening to what you got to say. You feel me? Because the person saying it is deeper. It's deeper than what's coming out of their mouth. They're saying it for a reason or for a purpose.
You're absolutely right. And not only that, but then, you got to determine at that point what they're saying. Is it going to work best for me and my vision?
Yeah.
And take just the pieces that you want away from those combos and run with what you feel works best for you and your plan. So, I literally have been rebranding myself and rebuilding my own images for what I want instead of what I was, what the industry was given per se. To where this is what I want to do, and I'm only chasing and doing things now that I like to do and want to work on, because that's when you're happiest. And I feel like at this point, when you're working so hard to do what you're doing, just bring others along and teach. There's no reason to keep all the information to yourself, because that's how I was stuck at one time, because a lot of people don't share knowledge because they rather hold it over wealth and charge for certain knowledge, when I rather teach you so you can go ahead and go on your own. It goes back to that whole fishing scenario. Instead of cooking for you every day, I'd rather teach you how to fish and you can catch your own food and then cook and fish yourself. You know what I mean? I don't mind leading, showing you the way, because those who are serious will follow certain paths, and those who aren't, no, they'll do what they do.
Yeah. Sometimes you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
You're absolutely right. And sometimes people are talking about crazy as shit, and you're like, oh, hell no. So, you just got to take what you take from those that you feel are leading you into a positive factor, what's going to be best for you and your vision. Because not everybody's vision is the same as yours either. Some people come in, and I have a lot of people at times that give me random advice, but it's like advice from an aspect they have no clue about, because A, they're not doing it themselves, or B, they don't see my actual vision. So if I did take their plan, it's going to lead me down a path that they have intended for me. That's not what I have intended.
And I like a lot of struggle and real music, like real rap and struggle music. You feel me? Real talk, because I can relate to all of this shit. I done been down bad, been homeless, sleeping in cars all the way feel like to the top, and all the way broken all the way back down, and bounce all the way back up to where I'm at now. You feel me? Like, everybody goes through their ups and downs of life. Everybody, to me, got their time to shine. You feel me? They could be more than one. So however you take it, you feel me? So their life is all about stacking and flipping. That's what it is. I don't care what nobody say, because how the banks get their interest because of your money. You feel me? It's all everything is all a stacking and flipping. That's how people get ahead in life.
Yeah, that's even how big
everything.
Commercial industries and corporations run. Obviously, they have to restock the shelves and flip the merchandise on the shelves. Pay to restock, flip the merchandise on the shelf. Constantly, as well as employees and this, that, and the other. So it's constantly. Our whole world is evolved around spending and receiving money, which would be the same concept that you're describing. And that even with the trade market, sending and receiving shares of stocks and bonds, it's all a percentage and numbers game with the pie. So the more that you are actively across your whole pie, is the more that you'll be the one getting the financial benefit from your whole pie.
That's just like me. I think about the bigger picture. That's like me. I like jewelry, okay? I like jewelry since I was 12 years old. I'm grown. I done had all different type of jewelry, Rolex, this, that, and the other. And then I started thinking, you feel me? I'm buying this. How can I get a piece or be a partnership with this person, or start my own or something? If you like something, and that's like women buying bags and purses and all that stuff. And sometimes a woman might come think, how can I be a part of that organization, or how can I own, or how can I create my own? You feel me?
You're absolutely right, because that's where I'm at in my life right now. So that truly speaks to me, because I'm at the point of, creating. I have a couple companies right now that I'm working on that's behind the scenes that haven't quite launched yet, but they're exactly what you're describing. I fell in love with certain things. How can I do this and brand myself and make my own and push these, similar products myself, to do so, or financially benefit from doing what I love and selling what I love, not selling the local, like Avon or Mary Kay or, or It Works or Shackley or any of those like companies, more or less like how can I do my own thing and actually get products in people's hands that I like and love, and that they will too, and be happy with, not because they're doing it for the money because they need money. They're doing it because they like it, and money is just a bonus,
Yeah.
When you do things for the bonus, it's completely different than doing it for the drive of money.
You're right.
But money attached to it is important. Don't get me wrong, because like you said, our whole government is ran by the dollar.
Yeah.
So if wherever you dedicate your passion, you got to figure out how to revenue dollars from those passions, or you're not going to be able to enjoy those because you'll be too busy working some form of other 9 to 5 to revenue dollars to pay your bills, because your lifestyle and your house and your car and your food and your children and your wife or your husband or your parents, like nothing is free, and everybody has a handout on top of your bills.
Yeah, and they say money is the root of all evil, but this is how I put it. Money is the root of all evil depending on how you use it. Because money can change people's situations, or a person can use their money towards the bad. You feel me?
Right, and that's where I love nonprofit organizations. I also have one called Sprinkle for Some Love with a Cause, and I'm the founder of, and I'm also the CEO of Canvas for the Cause, which is another nonprofit organization for cancer patients, that one. But at this particular time, like, I do believe in the whole putting your money into a nonprofit organization to help those in need when you're able to, because when you're, that's where it's going to be good. Like you said, money is all evil, root of all evil. There is bad things people can do with their money, or good things.
Yeah.
And I definitely
That's
feel
what
like,
I said. That's what people say is the root of all evil.
Well,
but it depends on how you use it. You feel me?
But karma comes with each dollar in a good way or a bad way. So when you do evil with your money, evil things happen to you and your loved ones around you.
Amen.
But when you do good with your money, blessings come to you and your loved ones around you. So money runs everything in all countries. I would just say America, but I'd be absolutely wrong right there, or we wouldn't be having wars right now in other countries. So I totally get everything you're saying, the economic factors on, which is important. So definitely, what words of encouragement would you have for people who are trying to brand themselves in the rap industry, but are kind of like, you know what? This is too hard. I'd rather just take that stupid deal we talked about earlier that I said I wouldn't take, because what you're doing is too hard for me. Like, I'm about to throw the towel in.
It all depends if you're a lazy character or if you a real one.
They're not lazy.
One.
They're uneducated. Let's say that, uneducated. So they obviously, without the proper education, they can't. But they're discouraged.
But if you don't want to do it,
they don't know what to do next. What words of encouragement would you give, or guidance, like to not give up, or maybe where to start off at? If like where, I think your foundation is important.
Yeah, you're right. It all depends. Like, some people put money behind their music, you feel me, or has the money, or work or hustle up the money to do it, and then some people don't have it, you feel me, and has a lot of talent, you feel me. Some people you have to motivate to do music. Some people already has it in them, their talent and all that stuff. You feel me? That's how I look at it. Like, if you don't want to take a deal, don't do it. You feel me? It's easy like that. If you know you can make the same amount of money that this deal giving you in a year, pound of time, this, that, and the other, then why would you take it? You feel me? It's just gonna get you. Guess what? A slow grind is better than no grind.
You're absolutely correct, because that's where the bigger picture comes into play in long-term things. And the music that you do launch now, it might not be getting views today, but over a period of time, those numbers will rack up, because those numbers don't just disappear. So eventually, over time, as long as you continue doing what you love, the fans will be there and continue to be there as they start. So I feel like doing your own thing is important, but it's also very hard. And discouraging, and without education and knowledge on what to do and how to do it, a lot of people pay all this money to the studios or managers or bars or places to perform without actually understanding, like, there's a cheaper way to go about it all. So learning those difference, I guess, is what I would say. Educate yourself before you move forward in your dreams, because if you get the proper education, then you could choose on what your plans could be and educate yourself, like on plan A, plan B, plan C.
Yeah.
They all come with an educational aspect to them. And if you learn those education, learn what's going to help you in your dream for fit your particular goal, because everybody might have a different path that they're going to choose, but the one that's going to fit best for you is going to be the one that you educate yourself. Like, it'll speak to you when you're educating yourself. Like, you'll know, oh my God, that's
you're right. I had to change my words. Apologize about that lazy. It's uneducated. You're right, because this is how I feel. If you invested your money behind yourself, going to studio, shooting music videos, doing this, then you believe in yourself. You feel me? Only person that could believe in yourself is you. You feel me? You could be your only fan. You feel me? You just need one hit song, and then everybody's gonna go back to your catalog, all the music you did, and go back and listen.
You're absolutely right, and you know it's about education yourself too, because if you're gonna put that money and you believe in yourself, you have to educate what on different options to choose. So then when you are faced at those points in your life, you can choose the best one. Because when you're not educated, you're doing what other people are directing you, because this is what they've done and this is what worked for them, and not everyone's no road to fame or glory is one, like, a clear path.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely. So
I always try to be different. That's why I say I don't follow nobody, nothing. I'm always different. I don't try to fit in with this crowd, fit in with that crowd. Anybody can rap about trap and shoot 'em up, bang bang, this and that. To me, it's the time to play. Some rappers cannot rap without the same shit that's in the play. You feel me? Like some rappers, you know, for just rapping about shoot 'em up, bang bang, guns, this and that, can't rap about nothing else. Then you have your other rappers that can rap about everything happening in life, this, that, and the other, and it's still sweet.
yeah. So
You have different categories and different calibers of rappers. You have trap rappers, you have conscious rappers like J. Cole, like Common, shit like that. Then you have your trap rappers, and then you have your club rappers, depending on what is your itch.
you're absolutely correct, and you got to find your passion and go what works for you. I always say I take a little bit of what everybody tells me, and then I figure out which one's speaking to me the best for my plan and vision that I see, and that's kind of what I go with. And then I build my own road based on a little bit of everybody's advice that I kind of put into one big pile, and from there. But you got to do what works best for you, for sure. So can you tell people where they can find you, or what other like your Facebook and stuff again, real quick? So
Yes, ma'am. You can find me at OT Rell on Facebook. On Instagram, it's OT underscore RELL. So OT underscore Rell. The TikTok, OT Rell 313. YouTube, OT Rell. And then on all platforms, O period T period space RELL.
For sure.
And y'all stay blessed and stay fresh.
For sure. Where are you performing next? I know you said you had something coming up. Do you want to share where?
Shoot. I was like, I'm talking about like if I just feel like going to do some little here and there stuff, then I might do it. Right now, I'm just working on music, and then just trying to get into acting, like I said, and then trying to be a better person. Coming up, I'm going to in the future, I'm going to have my own clothing line and all that, in production company. So I'm working on that. I've been talking to a couple people and all that. So
I was excited to hear that. Earlier when I kind of asked you a bit about those hidden plans, I was hoping you would bring it out, but I was like, maybe he's not ready for the public to know.
So, I'm ready. I'm ready. Shoot, I've been ready. I'm just talking to a couple people and stuff, so I can just get everything official, and then everybody know about it. I have it on everywhere.
Yes. And that's the whole thing about what I was trying to get to, is that opening your own stuff and start working under your own brands and your own labels and your own things, so you can determine your future better. And that is exactly what you're doing at this point. And now you're just taking the followers you already obtained and continuing to bring them on with you.
If you learn, to me, this is how you learn stuff every day. From a person, from a book, from a TV show. It's always a message and something that you learn every day. You feel me? Just like I tell people, if you don't, just say, for example, OMG. to most people, that's oh my God. To me, OMG is on my grind. Just say, for example, just say if I took OMG and trademark OMG on my grind, I'm putting people up on game. Then I can use OMG Productions, OMG on my clothing, OMG food, whatever I want. OMG, I own that. You feel me? And anybody touches it or does this or do that, they can get sued. You feel me?
Correct.
But I'm not coming up with nothing to OMG. I got shirts and stuff that I made like just me. I got so many slogans. I could tell you 1,000 slogans. What this means. BMW, this, that, and all that stuff. And a whole bunch of slogans. What it mean. But that's just giving up my free sauce. You feel me?
Right.
I got shirts.
Keep that, because that's gonna help you in the long run, for real. You know, and I never heard of that OMG for On My Grind, but I definitely like it now, and I definitely think from here out, now every time I see OMG, it's gonna remind me of that.
On my grind.
Kind of like with that whole Cardi B
like
with the WAP thing. I never really looked at WRAP as what she described, but now every time I see the word, I think of that damn song.
you look on my Instagram, BMW. To me, that's black man winning. You feel me? It could be anything. It could be baby making whip. You feel me? It could be anything you want it to mean. You feel me? Like, you just gotta sit there and think. Like, there's so many stuff like bros, BROS. Better respect our struggles. You feel me? Like certain
you
shit.
You have some really good ones. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's like a lot of stuff I got, like some of the stuff I don't know where it's at. I got it written down.
Line, because some of these things on clothes would definitely be awesome, and I'm excited to watch you grow and develop and become, you know, the independent entrepreneur that you are.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and blessings to you and everybody that's listening. You feel me? And then go check me out, OT Rell. You feel me? Shoot, there's nothing but love this way. So I want everybody in life to win.
I appreciate you coming on. We are sponsored by Relevant, and for anybody who associates with us on Relevant or has not downloaded the app Relevant yet, definitely download it. We just got a new update over there. So if you are having problems with your app, you want to open it, force stop it, then uninstall or update, one or the other. But if you uninstall it and you reinstall it, the update will be present. And if you force stop it and then update, all of the new updates will be present. But we got some new awesome video features over there. We got some new ways to where now instead of just joining a vibe, you have to like get accepted, kind of like the whole group ordeal. We've also launched a few other things over there. I don't want to tell you all of the new updates. You're going to have to go check them out on your own and figure out the awesome features that we have. But if you're having any problems, definitely update your app. And as well as Spider Farm right now, we have a promo code for lights. So if you go to spiderfarmer.com for the LED lights, and you use the promo code Trisha Mullen, you will get a discount and save a few bucks. You know, those lights aren't very cheap over there, but with the promo code, it definitely saves you a good percentage. So go ahead and check that out. But I thank you guys for tuning in to the 420 Smoke Room. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Relevant. And till then, I'll talk to y'all later. Talk to you later, Rell.
Okay, I'll holler at y'all. I was about to say, y'all roll up and smoke one for me, and y'all stay blessed.
Definitely. Bye.
Bye.